wanting to update your information that you have, right? From maybe you have a current listing and you're wanting to rank it better because it's it's not been doing as good, right? It's losing profile views, right? Calls are going down, right? It's getting slow, those kinds of things, and so there's a lot to having a good, strong organic lead generator that generates leads for your local business, right? Your service-based business or whatever that may be, right? You definitely, and there's a lot of components, right? But today's training is just really just going over the Google Business or your Google Business profile, right? You got to have a business Google profile before you can actually super strong rank in Google Maps, right? And so when we talk about that, you want to have a good business name, right? Your business name, your phone number and your website, right? And of course, hours of operation, right? You want to definitely use a real address because virtual addresses reduces ranking potential issues, right? And so a lot of people, and they might still work for some businesses where they have a virtual office and they use a PO box, but that's really not in terms of best play, right? In terms of best practices, you want to have something real or have good physical address, right? Especially if you are in that local area, right? And so you want to have that, and of course, visuals, right? You know, the Google Business Profile is very social in nature too, just like other social platforms, just like TikTok, right? But you can do a lot more direct upfront selling, quite frankly, right? And so that's where we say, hey, it's still social, so you still want to treat it as a social platform, and so you definitely want to have a profile picture as 3D version, or as we would say, if you could have a 3D version of your logo, that would be great, right? Because it helps, you know, when someone sees your profile, they can tell, hey, this is a real business, right? Which is obviously the first step in getting new eyeballs to your page, right? And people to move forward and want to do business with you, to pick up the phone or submit an email, right? Or form fill, is they have to feel like it's a real business, right? And having a 3D version of your logo is something that can definitely help, right? And again, that's your profile picture. But then, of course, having a cover photo, high quality, right, service related images is a big deal, right? Because it definitely, again, helps increase your position in the mind of the viewer, right? That you are a legitimate business, right? And so they are more open to wanting to do business with you, right? So again, guys, my name is Armando, and I am a local internet marketer here in Houston. But right now, today's training, we're talking about Google Maps, right? In terms of helping local businesses rank higher in search, right? And so in this training, we're talking about the Google Maps Playbook. It's a checklist that helps you go through the process of setting up your Google business listing, or really just optimizing and making sure that you have all the necessary items, right, to really make your listing look good, look professional, and look strong, right? And there's other pieces that go to helping you rank, right, in the local search for your local service business area and generate more phone calls and email submissions, form fills. But today we're just talking about the map listing. So what we covered there was basically you have to have your name, your address, your phone number, and now we're moving into the type of visuals, right, you want to have on to help, right, improve your Google listing, right? So you want to upload images of your team, right? What kind of jobs that before and after of jobs that you're at, right? Trucks, equipment, office, right? People at the office, right? All those things really help with just making your business look social, right? Because again, it is a social platform. It's just that in terms of when you're trying to grow a business and generate business and leads and form submissions, right? You kind of, most business want to deal with, right, the people who are in market now, right, wanting to buy something now, right? And so yeah, we definitely talk about that, but there's other ways of moving top of funnel to where you can get to the top, and you're just creating content, right, that could be for people who are not in market, but there may be one day, right? But obviously today we're just talking about Google Maps, right? The checklist, the Google Maps Playbook, right? Which provides a checklist that you can go through in order to optimize your Google business listing and make sure that it's filled out properly, right? And fully, right? That's one piece of the pie. The other pie is the website, right? Which we'll do another training on that, right? At some other time, right? But so today's morning, again, we're just wanting to talk about, again, what you can do to increase your Google Maps, right? If you're looking to generate more organic phone calls, get more form submissions, right, through your website, all those things, right, work together, right? Today's training is definitely for you, and the next thing we're going to talk about is just categories and services, right? Primary categories, your core service, right? This is basically